down. We put the smack down on him. Oh! Big buck, big buck, big buck. Give me a second.
PrimeTime Bucks 8 is brought to you by Lacrosse. Lacrosse or stay inside. Gerber Legendary Blades. Seek the legend. Maglite. It's never dark in America. Matthews Solo Cam. Catch us if you can. New archery products. Don't trust your hard-earned shot to anything less. River's Edge Tree Stands. Premium quality hunting products. Realtree. The camouflage revolution begins here. Swarovski Optic. Thompson Center Arms. Take your best shot. Winchester, the American legend. Benelli. Performance worth the price. And by Hunter's Specialties and the HS family of products. PrimeTime, HS Strut, HS Waterfowl, Scentaway, Carlton Calls, and Johnny Stewart Wildlife Calls. Canada is known for its rugged beauty, abundant wildlife, and monster bucks. It's early October in Manitoba, and HS Pro staffer Steve Stoltz is with cameraman and fellow pro staffer Rick White. Steve and Rick have hooked up with outfitter Mike Campbell of Manitoba Big Bucks to plan the upcoming hunt. This area is well known for its production of trophy bucks through the years. Before the hunt, Mike gets Steve up to speed on the conditions in the area and the best location to begin the hunt.
Yeah. Well, it's almost prime time. It's October 1st, and we're up here in Manitoba, Canada at Mike Campbell's Manitoba Big Bucks. And he's got us set up where he's been seeing 3 good deer, one a whopper 10-point, a huge 8, and another buck. And they've been crossing right here. So it's early October, so we're hunting bed to feed, feed to bed. And it's been very dry this fall, so we're on water. This is one of the only water sources in this whole valley, a 9-mile valley. And he only allows bow hunting in here. So there's some monster class bucks in here, and they're coming to water right here. So with any amount of luck, we'll get a shot this evening. Wind's perfect. It's blowing this way. Right by the water. Small buck down there. About 75 yards out. Oh, there's another one behind. There's another one. Oh, it's a shooter. That's a good buck. Coming down to get a drink. And we've only been here less than an hour. Look what we've seen already. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's what we came to Manitoba to see right there. Wow, that was exciting. We've only been here an hour here. Manitoba Big Bucks. Right here where Mike said they'd come down to drink. Here they came. And the small bucks. He came down and drank first. I didn't see the bigger one at first. Man, out popped that big one right behind the little one. And he looked like a good buck. I counted 9 points on him, but just a good mature 3-year-old buck. And what a week we've got in store for us. This is just the first day, so stay tuned.
Several days later, Steve has moved to a different tree stand near another water source. Is his luck about to change?
I hear something. I hear something down below in the leaves. Right there, there's a buck. It's a buck. It's a shooter, I believe. Hey, he's a good one. Oh, there's 2 of them. The one in the back's bigger. Coming right around here. That one in the back is bigger. It's a good buck. It's a long shot. See if they'll come around. Try and get him a little closer. That stopped him. He's looking. Come on. Here he goes. I'm gonna have to take a shot right there. In that opening right there. When he gets that opening, I'm gonna have to shoot. Yes. Yes. Man, did the Matthews do the job on that deer? I can't say enough for Mike Campbell and Dave Vandermeer, Manitoba Big Bucks. Where else can you go for monster class bucks in early October than right here in Canada? Awesome. Oh man, look at all the blood. Look at this. It is sprayed all over the place. I'm impressed with these Razorback 100s. I'm telling you, they're new and they are awesome. Look at this blood trail. Unbelievable. That's what you gotta have. Look at this. It's all sprayed down through here. Unbelievable. More blood all over the place. Unbelievable. Wait a minute. There he is, right out there in the open. Look at him. Yes! Look at that buck. There he is. And here's my arrow right here. Arrow come out of him right here. Look at that. Let's go get him. He didn't go 40 yards. He crashed through that stuff right here. Look at that. He is gorgeous. I'm pumped. I'm gonna lay the arrow up. There's the other piece of the arrow right there. I thought it went all the way through him on an angle and cleaned his clock. Look at this. That broadhead did a wonderful job. I'm gonna set it over there to be safe, but look at this. This is what we came for, man. Look at that buck. Unbelievable. Mature 8-point buck, a 3.5-year-old buck. This is what you come for. And where else are you gonna go in early October and get a shot at a trophy whitetail like this? I'm pumped. This is the biggest whitetail I've ever taken in early October. I have tried and tried and tried. And where did I have to come? Here to Manitoba Big Bucks. Mike Campbell, Dave Vandermeer, thanks, because this is an opportunity of a lifetime up here. This has been a tough hunt, but look at the results of a lot of work, patience, scent control, and if you saw when they come up through there, I used a True Talker, and it held him to where I could get a shot at this gorgeous buck. What a buck. I am pumped. 8 points and just a beauty. I'm gonna lay him down and admire him. Oh, this is what you come for right here. This is what you're looking for, and it just doesn't get any better, I'll promise you. Look at that, good tines, beautiful buck.
Mitch Hagan is in Iowa on November 1st and hoping to get on an early morning buck. He has a good stand location for this day if the weather holds.
It's November 1st in Iowa. Got a stand set up just on a creek shelf. We walk down the road about 200 yards, drop down the hill maybe 70, 80 yards, and it's a pinch point right between the thick part of the creek bottom and the open part of the hillside. And the creek makes a bend right there. It creates a natural funnel. There's a picked bean field at the bottom of it that we figured does will be coming up out of to go back to bed, and the buck should be cruising that thicker edge, looking for some receptive does. November 1st in Iowa, I am always excited. It's just starting to happen. I'm pumped up. Great buck, tall, tiny 8-pointer. The shot was back. I had to lean to get underneath the limb. I knew the camera couldn't get it if he come around the other side of the tree. I had to shoot him right there. He was broadside to me. But I was kneeling down to get underneath the limb, and I don't know if I hit my arm or what, but the shot's a little far back. We're gonna give him some time, but he bedded not 40 yards away from us right now. We're gonna have to hang tight in this tree and give him some time. But he's a great buck, though. Justin. Immediately after the shot, I had another doe and a 2-year-old buck come in. They would not leave. He was working that tree, scraping. It's just starting to crank. We're in Iowa. It's a great morning. Well, we're back at the spot. We've given him 9 hours now. We watched him bed down within 40 yards, maybe 50 yards of the tree. What we did is we just slipped out of there as quietly as we could. We gave him probably 2 hours before we got out of the tree. Backed out of there slowly and gave him 9 hours. He should be laying right there. That's one of the important things to always remember. If you're not sure of the hit, you hear it time and time again, back out of there. If we go in after him before they're expired, he'll jump them. You may lose sign. There's not much. much. It always pays. It always pays to back out. Rusty, here he is. Yes. Oh. Oh, what a brute. Look at the beam length on him. He almost touches right here. Just a perfect 8-pointer. Super 2s and 3s, especially this side. Look at that. Awesome. Tell you what, it went exactly the way we hoped it would. We were in the tree maybe a half hour, running with the True Talker, and here he came. You know, we weren't sure of the hit. It looked far back. I mean, I knew it wasn't long. But if you saw on the tape, we went back and watched it. When I released, he was taking a step forward and I lost 8 inches right there. So we were questionable. Is it liver or is it behind the liver? We watched it, we thought it's gotta be liver. But when we were in the tree, we gave him 2 hours. We backed out of there as quiet as we could. He's only 60 yards from the tree right now that we shot him out of. He laid down once at about 40. About an hour and a half later, I heard him get up and lay down again. And he didn't go anywhere after that. We did the right thing. He just back out. If you're not sure, back out always. Awesome buck. Great buck. It's the biggest 8-pointer I've ever shot. Could very well possibly be the biggest one I ever will shoot.
John Wetstein's Rawhide Camps in Highland, Kansas has always been a great place for the HS Pro staff and cameras. Last year, on PrimeTime Bucks 7, Matt Moret was able to get eye-to-eye with this nice 10-point buck from a ground blind. It's November a year later, and Matt has been invited back. Even before his arrival, John has him on the phone explaining the situation.
Okay, we'll be up there in a couple minutes. All right, buddy. Bye-bye. That was John, and he said it's rocking. He said they got a perfect stand set up for us with a southeast wind, and he said if we don't hunt tonight, he's gonna hurt me. So we're on our way. We're gonna go up to camp, get settled in, showered, and we're hitting the woods. We'll see you in a tree stand.
Once in camp, Matt meets with John to get the lowdown.
It looks like it's, from what you said, it sounded like it's starting to happen.
Yeah, it's starting to kick off. Been seeing a lot of small bucks chasing around, but the bigger bucks are starting to move now, and we need to get in the stand.
Okay, how long do we got?
About 30 minutes. We got to get out of here.
All right, I need to get a shower, and Steve needs to get a shower. What stand are we going to?
Tonight we got a southeast wind, so we're going to put you up on the Baird turnip plot, which is back north of the old England burn house.
I don't know if I trust him. Is that a good one?
Yeah, it's
All right.
a hot stand.
Okay. I'm pumped, buddy.
Got some does back there.
First night in the stand. Put the decoy out. Oh my God. I couldn't shoot this way because of this. But I looked around here and I thought, I got down on my knees.
You drilled him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good shot. What a pretty buck.
That's not fair. First night that doesn't happen to me. I gotta go to the end. You told me on the way out here, it's prime time, and it's prime time, bro. One more time. Time is it, Steve?
A little after 5.
So it's been about 45 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him 10 more minutes, and we're gonna get down. You know, last year we waited till the last day of our Kansas hunt here at Rawhide Camps, and tonight we just blew into town. I stayed at Steve's house last night. Got to the ranch, got a shower, got dressed, came to the stand, got in the stand, and it happened fast. That's the cool thing about it. You just gotta put your time in. It only takes about a couple seconds to happen. And it happened tonight. I gotta go check the arrow. Oh yeah. That looks like good lung blood there. Those new Razorbacks in the boiler room right through it. I'm gonna let it stand there. Just for now. I'm gonna go see. We can find. We got good blood the whole way to the end of this field. But we're running out of daylight, so I'm gonna mark this spot with a limb light, and I'll wait for John, get some lights, come back and find this bad boy. Guys, when I got out of the stand, Steve and I tracked him to right here, and I'm sure he went in the woods right here, but I didn't want to push him. And you know, I know that's how you do things here.
Yeah. We like to have our guys come and get us, that way we don't bump deer other beds,
Sure.
you know.
And
I mean, he's probably not too far, but it's always good to wait a
yeah,
little while.
oh, absolutely. And I'm pumped. I'm key. It's been
That's
two.
good blood here.
It's been
I'm
2
ready to
hours.
go, man.
I'll tell you what.
Can we go?
That's a great tip. I'm gonna fire off in there, but y'all go ahead and I'll stay on the back blood. But if you find him, let me know.
here. We
Yeah.
got it.
Good blood. Good blood.
Oh man, look at that.
Yep.
Lung
It's
blood,
all
man.
bubbly.
All bubbly.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, you're killing me.
Here's blood. Go right down through here.
Jumping out both sides.
All right. There's blood here. Come on. Yep. Here's blood.
Oh man, it's sticking up good.
Yeah, he's pouring it out.
Hey,
Can't be pouring.
best part about it is when you're pumped, sometimes it's hard to follow a blood trail. John and Kevin are the best in the world. I'm just holding the last blood. You got it up there, guys?
Yeah, we got it. We got it up there.
Hey, Matt, looky here.
He's a pig, man.
Look at the size of him. Oh, my word.
That deer's gotta be 22, 23 inches wide.
Oh, wow.
Guys, this is why I will drive 20 hours every year to come deer hunt in Kansas at Rawhide Camp, because y'all have got them.
Oh, yeah.
1st of November, you know, I promised my wife that I'd stay home to go trick-or-treating with my 2-year-old.
Trying to get you up here a day earlier, man.
I know. November 1st, weather's starting to cool off, bucks are starting to roam. The moon phase was perfect for afternoon hunt. Talked to you on the phone a couple hours ago, or before we got here, and you said, hey, you got to get here. Things are rolling. So we got here, got in the stand on that turnip patch, and does just started pouring in the field.
I bet you didn't think you'd kill a 150 in the first 2 hours, did you?
No, sir, that's not my luck, but
That is awesome.
That's a great deer.
That is
That
a
deer's
good
got to
deer.
be 23, 24 inches wide, man.
And wide deer, just beautiful.
that's the widest deer I ever laid my eyes on at, you know, close range. And it's
That's
definitely the
great.
widest deer I've ever shot.
This is great.
He is definitely going on the wall.
He's a pig.
Yep, big deer,
Who
too.
gets to drag him out?
Kevin.
I don't know if
I see
can
how
drag
Kevin,
him.
that's why Kevin makes all the big bucks.
That's right. He gets the big money.
But I tell you, you know, it's my 2nd year back here at Rawhide Camp, and you know, I don't want to be selfish, but if there's an opening next year, I'll be glad to put my name on top of the list. But you know, Eddie and Alex have been here before and shot nice deer, and you got it going on. And I know you were watching big bucks tonight, both of you, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the week pans out with some of your hunters.
Looking to be a great week.
It
and it's just going to get better. It's just, you know, the 1st of November, it's starting to rock and roll, and
Getting going.
if it's a good omen for me, you know, it's prime time, because this one's going home with you.
That's awesome. Good job, man.
Hey,
Good job.
thank you for having me. I
Good job.
really appreciate it.
Congratulations.
I'm going to get a tag on him, and heck, let's go celebrate a little bit.
All right. Good.
Rattle bags. I think they're much more convenient than real antlers, and they sound real, especially HS's new heavy horns. And I'll give you a little tip. Take the heavy horns, hang them around on a hook or near you, where if you see a buck, you can have your bow or gun in one hand, reach down with the other hand, rattle a little bit, bring the buck in closer without the movement. It's a great way to bring that buck in close for the shot. I know I won't go in the woods without heavy horns.
It's early November in Iowa, and HS Pro staffer Alex Rutledge arrives at the hunting camp in central Iowa belonging to Jeff Jorgensen and Brian Evans. This cabin is not accessible by vehicle, so they make the half-mile ride in on an ATV. Inside the rustic cabin are numerous reminders of many successful hunts. The next morning, the rain that had been falling steadily for 5 days continues. Despite over 3 inches of rain, Alex settles into a stand.
We're in Iowa. It's November the 4th. It's about 45 degrees. It rained all night. Pre-rut is on. It's prime time, baby. We're on some scrape lines here on a ridge that runs a half a mile long. We got a good south wind. Perfect spot for decoying. Underneath. Yeah. Did you see that? I just... First morning, first stand. Booner gross. He had points going everywhere, Philip. I shot right in front of him. Son was at a pig, Philip. I missed him. It was my booner right there, boys. Don't give me 5 because I missed him. Grunting and rattling, baby. Hey, it's just the first day I missed. Hey, we're all gonna miss. He just handcuffed us. He pinned us down. That's the way it is. I shot right in front of him. I see my arrow down there.
It's been several days since Alex's encounter with the big buck, and time is running out. With decoy and scent station in place, Alex knows it's now or never.
Great location right here. Look. Here he comes, Philip. He's coming right around to the field. Here he comes. He sees that decoy, he'll come right to it. Here he comes. He wasn't no butter, but he sure come into the decoy. He come right up the ridge. The wind was perfect. If you've never tried to decoy, man, you don't know what you're missing. Whew, he was downwind of the decoy and everything. He didn't smell it. He stayed right there.
Look at that. Good little buck, man.
Yeah, look at that. Boy, he been shredding it too, hasn't he? Look at the body on this deer. Man, he smells too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. Great buck. You know, we get late into the hunt. Still, I look back at that, missing that booner. You know what? We was blessed today. Give me 5, Phil.
Hey, buddy. Congratulations, man. All right.
Nice buck.
It's early season in eastern Iowa, and HS Pro staffer Rick White is hunting a favorite spot near his hometown. This is an area that is home to a very diverse selection of wildlife. Rick is optimistic about the hunt due to his numerous encounters with many bucks of all sizes. With an abundance of deer in the area, he should have a good chance. While heading to his afternoon stand, Rick walks up on this young buck bedded down. Then, moments later, is startled by a larger buck moving off in the distance. Later that afternoon, the young 8-point that Rick had seen earlier beds down within sight of his stand.
That's that same one, probably when I walked in.
This area is a crossroads for bucks cruising for does. Even young bucks will take time to leave their sign on the trails in an attempt to lay claim to territory. Rick hopes his stand location will take advantage of that fact and that a mature buck will eventually come through to freshen his rubs and scrapes.
Well, here we are at my tree stand. And let me tell you why I picked that tree stand location. Why this is such a good spot. Come on down here. We're basically in a big valley here. And we've got a hillside over here, which is the top of the ridge, and the deer are bedding on the other side of that hill. And they always seem to funnel into this. We've got a natural funnel here with the pond right over here. Those deer, they'll come down to the pond
and then they'll hit that, and they've got to go around one way or the other. Most of those time, the deer are coming right through here, which brings them straight across in front of my stand. It's an excellent spot. I hunt this place year after year because it produces. If you find a spot like that, stay with it, because that's where you want to be. Let's get in our stand and see if we can have some action tonight.
It's November 6th here in Iowa. 2 years ago, I took a nice 8-pointer from this exact tree stand. I spotted another 8-pointer in here a couple of days ago that's even bigger. I'm hoping and I'm optimistic that he may come in and we'll get a shot at him. The temperature's in the low 40s, upper 30s. The sun's finally out, so with a little bit of luck, it could happen tonight, I hope. I've got 2 small button bucks right down here beside us. First deer of the evening. Here's something else. Here's a buck right here. Coming right in. Just a small one. There's another deer right here. Another deer coming down the hill. That's a nice buck. He's going to the water. He's getting a drink out of the water. Yeah, he looks pretty nice. I'm gonna take him.
Matt? Yes.
You should go down right there. Oh, you wait.
He's down. He's down. Oh, man. Yes! Shane, the cameraman's been hanging with me here. Heart is just pounding. That is a nice 8-pointer. It's not that giant that we saw the other day, but it's a nice 8-pointer, very respectable 8-pointer. The best thing about this is the fact that 2 years ago, I took another magnificent 8-pointer from the same stand at the same place. I shot that deer 2 years ago at 320, and you're not going to believe this. Right here, it's 321 right now. 321, almost to the minute at the same spot, at almost the same shot. Man, that Matthews bow and that Spitfire blew right through him. Yes. Whew. Hey, let's get down and take a look. Oh, right here it is. Whew, look at that. Hey, when you've got an arrow that looks like that, you know the deer's down. Spitfires once again did the job, blew right through it. What amazes me is just the fact that there's blood right here where the arrow went through. Look at all this. Whew. Let's go find the deer. Ooh, yes! Oh my goodness. That deer didn't go 50 yards. Look at that deer right there. Oh, what a beautiful shot here. Look at that. He didn't have a chance. My goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a perfect 8-point. You know, we've seen a lot bigger bucks in here, and I was actually after one of them, but I am extremely happy with this deer. I would take this deer anytime, a nice mature buck like this. And you know what makes it even more special is the fact that 2 years ago to the day and almost to the minute, I took one of the most memorable 8-pointers I've ever taken in my life. And this is just a great way to end my hunt here in Iowa. Shane, my cameraman, first time in the tree, and I think we've got a good hunt. I'm pretty excited about it. Prime time here in Iowa. Hope the rest of our guys are having as much luck as we've had here. What a nice deer. Well, we need to get a tag on him, and we've got a bit of a drag to do. Whew. Yes. If you're ever wondering what you can do prior to deer season, well, practice, that's one thing. But take your bow, make sure that the arrows that you're shooting and the broadheads that you're shooting are all fine-tuned. In this situation, I'm shooting an LX Matthews bow. I made sure that the string is in good shape, the cables are in good shape. I want to make sure that my broadheads are sharp. Regardless of what you're shooting, make sure that it's the right combination for you and that you practice and know that it's shooting the way you want it to.
It's November 5th, and Mitch Hagan is at Ted Marham's Buffalo County Outfitters in Mondovi, Wisconsin. The hills of this big buck factory are legendary for growing record-breaking racks year after year. In fact, Buffalo County is listed as one of the top 10 best places in the country to harvest a trophy buck. Mitch has chosen a stand overlooking several fingers of a ridge leading into a cornfield. He hopes that by getting in early, he can be at the right place at the right time. But no sooner does Mitch's foot make contact with the tree stand than an absolute monster appears to the right. At this point, Mitch doesn't even have an arrow nocked. Both hunter and cameraman can do nothing but freeze and wait to see what happens next. Later that morning, another nice buck cruises a trail just upwind of Mitch's stand, but this buck seems to have other things on his mind.
What a buck. It's not one heartbreak today, it's two. He come up, wind's blowing that way, never smelled us. Hit the top, I thought for sure he'd come down this way. We'd have several does that been by here today. I thought for sure he'd turn and come right in. He had somewhere in mind he was going and he wasn't gonna come this way. Man, what a spot, man.
And not long after that, the woods erupt as a doe chased by 3 bucks come on a dead run right toward Mitch's stand.
After this morning, I didn't think it could get any worse. I blew it. Tried stopping him, he wouldn't stop. Ted keeps putting me on big buck after big buck. I can't get it done. I can't afford the taxidermy bill anyway. At least for giving you good footage.
And as daylight fades, Mitch knows he will remember this day for many to come. It's mid-November. NHS Pro Staff hunter Eddie Salter is in southern Iowa. Eddie has successfully hunted these food plots for the past several years and is hopeful of the possibilities for this year.
It's our first morning back here in Iowa. Whew. I've been thinking about that big buck I had on me all from last year. Every day I think about him, but we hadn't got a real good weather day. It's kind of foggy, but it's supposed to move out here. We got a cold front coming in. Our strategy this morning, we're gonna use a decoy. We're gonna use True Talk, and we're gonna do some rattling, and we're gonna take a bath in the sun away because deer's nose is gonna really work good for him this morning. Let's see if we can go find that big buck.
On the first afternoon, Eddie can only watch as this nice buck works a fence post just 50 yards from his stand. Before moving off, he hits a tree branch and then makes a scrape. And all of this happening just beyond Eddie's bow range.
I took the rangefinder, and it was about 50 yards over there where it was at. That's just a little bit too far. I thought he might break and come. His grapes all under here. I thought he might break and come through here, but hey, it's our first afternoon out here. Good way to get it kicked off, but he ended up seeing something up here he didn't like. But don't get many opportunities like that. God. Well, I like this stand set up here. We've had opportunity to see a buck rubbing the fence post the other afternoon, and we come in here this morning and we had a big buck. kind of running a door around. She must be coming in. So I think I'm going to move my stand about 50 yards, get closer to the edge of the field where that doe was at this morning. Maybe she might come back this afternoon and bring that buck with her.
However, it would not be today, because by mid-afternoon the wind arrives with full force. Eddie will have to come back another day when the gusts have settled. It's a couple days later, and Eddie is heading back. He's moved his stand deeper into the woods in hopes of getting a little closer to the travel path.
Boy, it's good still this morning. I think I'm gonna take it, get this big rally bag, and really hit it. I can get old bucks, get Rusty built up. Well, you can hear that big bag good. I don't like to do a bunch of it, just do a little bit of it, then it's old true talk. Oh, thank you, good Lord.
Put her here, pal.
I hear you, babe. Good job, Jeff. All right. Hey, did them Spitfires? That's what I'm talking about right there, buddy. NAP, thank you, good Lord. Tell you what, there's nothing wrong with having a good bow behind that, too. I tell you what, man, it has been, you know, this is about our 6th morning out here and 6th day of hunting. And, you know, this is what, to me, that's what deer hunting's all about. You put your time and effort in, and, you know, we had a super big buck in on us earlier, and we just couldn't close the deal, but we knew that this area here, we had so much travel area here that coming off a major food source up here, and it all kind of pinched down right here in this area, that, I mean, sooner or later a good buck's gonna come through here. I think, I don't even know what day it is. It's November the 14th or whatever, but it's the 15th. My cameraman, Jeff Erger, I hear you, buddy, good job there. And he had to correct me, and we've had trouble with, actually, with other hunters coming in, and but hey, putting in your time and patience will pay off. Thank you, good Lord. Boy, it looks like it. That's what, you know, that's what one's supposed to look like. You know, where you got the impact and then you got the exit right there. As a bow hunter, that's what you like to see right there. Yes, sir. That is just soaked in red, and that's the color we're looking for. Of course, on this deal right here, like the old timers used to say, the proof's in the pudding, and he's just right down there. Didn't go. I don't think he hardly went 40 yards. Yes, sir.
Look at the time length on that one. Yes, sir. Look at that. Woo, woo. Oh, thank you, good Lord. I tell you what, Iowa's certainly been good to Eddie Salter. Lord. Good buck, good buck. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And them G2s look like they're a foot long, I'm telling you. It's been a terrible week up here. We've had everything in the world, all kind of weather, and we had a big fence post buck on us to start with, and just couldn't get him. We just couldn't get him, close enough to get a shot. I tell you one thing, I'll certainly be proud to, I may, when I'm going back to Alabama, I may have to stop 3 or 4 times to look at this old deer on the way back. I'm certainly proud to let him ride in Eddie Salter's truck. A good buck. He's a good-bodied deer too. He's got a lot of. I don't think he's a real old deer, but I mean big body. For an Alabama boy, it's been an awesome hunt. Yes, sir.
The practice of patterning big deer has well-documented results. Rubs, scrapes, and licking branches are all signposts that hunters look for in deciding where to hang their stands. Understanding these behaviors and how to use them to your advantage can lead to big rewards. HS Pro staffer Steve Stoltz has developed a system of mock scrapes using PrimeTime scents at every stand with phenomenal results. One particular deer that Steve successfully patterned was a 200 class buck he called Many Horns. Steve's system, known as the Buck Magic Scrape Kit, comes as a result of many years of filming and hunting monster class whitetails. The Buck Magic Scrape Kit is now available from Hunter Specialties and includes a free DVD that chronicles Steve's quest for Many Horns. Here's Steve to explain the system.
Let me go over with you what I do at every single stand site. I put a mock scrape in, even in August or September. Here it is, early September. Doesn't make any difference. You think scrapes are just for the rut? They'll check scrapes almost all year. Big whitetails are territorial. So if they find a scrape show up, even if it's in September in their area, what you do is you get them coming back because they want to know what buck had the audacity to put a scrape in their area. Well, I know there's big rubs here. I've got the stand hung here at Fence Creek Funnel. And so now I'm going to put a mock scrape to seal the deal. And here's what I do. I saw off a green limb with a handsaw, and I clean out the area. Make sure you wear gloves. You don't want to leave no scent. Right now I'm wearing leather gloves, but when I get down to the actual scrape making, I'll wear rubber gloves. And I'll show you that here in a little bit after I get this area all cleaned out for the scrape. And then after you get a lot of the brush down, then you want to take and dig out your scrape with a stick, just like this. And after you get this scrape cleared out, then it's time to switch to the rubber gloves so you don't leave no scent, and put your scrape in. So here I am putting scent. If you're using your human hands around here, what's the first thing a buck's going to do when he walks up and smells a scrape? He's going to smell your human scent through the deer scent that you use. So make it scent free. Make sure you spray down with scent away spray. I like the Scent Away Plus with earth scent. And make sure that you wear rubber gloves, tucked in rubber boot, high top rubber boots, so nothing I'm touching has got human scent on it. And that way all you're leaving is the deer scent. Check your overhead branch, it looks good. I like to take and kind of twist and bend it down just like a buck would do, overhanging. Look at that, looks perfect, nice, natural. Kind of twist it up a little bit, there you go. And they use this for a licking branch. I'll show you that in a second. But let me put my magic scrape in. It's a waterproof dirt. This is the key to a mock scrape. I just put a little mound. One bottle will do 8 mock scrapes. A little mound of magic scrape, and then in the center, I push down a little bowl, just like that, okay? And then I pour my scent in it. And then after I put the magic scrape down, then I pour the buck urine in the center of that little bowl I just made, and that's all it takes. That scent will last for several months, actually, and it'll never wash away because that little magic scrape dirt you put out there, it is waterproof, so it will retain that scent in the center of that scrape. So the third step of my mock scrape making is I use the interdigital forehead gland scent, and it is awesome. Smells like a real deer's forehead gland, and you want to spray it on the licking branch right here. And when they come along and check that scrape, they're also going to smell this licking branch. So I'm spraying this forehead gland scent all over this licking branch. And the last step, I don't do it at all my stand locations, but if I can, I clear out, I make a rub on the tree to kind of let them know that it's. I use my Gerber, and I take and shave this tree, make it look just like it's been rubbed by a buck. And then what you want to do is spray this rub with forehead gland scent. Same scent that you spray the licking branch with. He comes along, he finds that scent, that buck urine, a different buck's urine in that mock scrape. He smells that licking branch. He smells another buck's forehead scent on the rub. It makes him mad and will keep him coming back to this spot to check throughout the rut to make sure no buck is moving in on his spot. It works, I'll guarantee you. It is an unbelievable tool to help your success.
It's late November, and Minnesota bow hunter Jim Hansen is hunting in central Iowa. He's encouraged by this giant rub and hopes he'll get a look, or even better, a shot, at the buck that made it.
Crawl back in. November 21st, I believe today it is. It's pretty much lockdown phase of the rut. Bucks are with the does. So, to capitalize, we moved our stands into a cedar draw here that's connected to a pig cornfield, and a lot of does have been going in and out, bedding in the cedars, going to the pig corn to feed. So, our best odds at catching a buck now is to be right with the does. That's where we're at. Let's see what happens. Big buck. Head that way. It's a big buck. He's going up to a scrape. Oh, he's working a scrape. Here he comes. I gotta take him. I gotta take that shot. 30 plus yards, 30 yards. I missed. Giant buck. Buck of a lifetime. Drops. 3 or 4 drop tines. I've never shot at a deer like that. I don't know what to say. I shot right underneath him. I think he was, I guessed him at 30. I think he might have been about 35. I'm sick. Absolutely sick.
But Jim would soon have another chance at a monster buck.
It's a doe. cedars. She's running. Oh, nice buck. Nice buck with her. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. All we can do is hope. He chases her back over to us. I had to take the shot. Deflected off of Leon. Incredible morning.
Despite his frustrations, Jim sticks it out, hoping for a chance to redeem himself.
Good buck coming out of the cedars. Right there. Just heard it grunt. I gotta take that shot. Gotta try it. No telling what he's gonna do. Following her around. Oh my God. Oh, buddy. We did it, man. We did it. Whew. I'm just wrecked. Whew. Unbelievable. I can't believe we got one finally. We've been trying so hard. It's just starting to rain. I had a hole about this big. I had to take it. He was starting to cut up, go through. Wasn't gonna come through my wide open shot here. He's gonna go up with them does and go back around them cedars, but I put it in there. Put it in there. Well, it's starting to get dark on us here. So we're gonna back out and just give him some time. We know he's hit good, but better be safe than sorry, so we'll come back in and get him in a little while. Well, we got good trail going. He jumped the fence, went down into the cedars. It's been about 45 minutes. I think we can go ahead and finish this job out.
got blood right here. I see white. I see white right there. Yes! He's right here, man. We got him. Daddy buck. Oh, wow. Let me get in here. What a dandy. 9-pointer. Sticker point on him. I tell you what, this week, unbelievable week. Steve Snow and I have had just everything go wrong that could possibly go wrong. This stand where we got this deer, unbelievable. It's amazing. The encounters that Steve and I both had out of it. And but nothing couldn't capitalize. And then till tonight, finally, we walked in there again, got set in, and what a night. Just action, does coming out crawled right next to the bedding area, and they love these cedars. What a good buck. Unbelievable. I am happy. That's what it's all about.
It's November 12th, and Pro Staff member Stan Potts is back at his lease in Illinois, where he has had so much success. With the strong winds, Stan takes every precaution to remain as scent-free as possible.
Illinois, folks, here we are. First day in the tree. It's November the 12th. We're on the farm that I killed a 220 on, and I killed a 160 with a decoy last year. So stay tuned, because it is absolutely rocking today. The wind is howling. This may be the strongest wind I've ever been in a tree in my life. We're gonna stick it out a little while longer. If it gets any worse, we'll have to get down.
But as the day progresses, the winds get even stronger, and Stan is forced to call it a day. The next evening, the wind has died down, and Stan has placed a buck decoy in the cut bean field in front of him. Before long, deer begin to move along the edge of the field.
That's that broken horn buck. Big buck. That's the one we want right there, folks. That big white 10. Man, what a buck. He's got me shaking. If those does hadn't started blowing at those bucks and goofing around, he was going to come right over here. He was coming right up through those weeds. That's all right. We got several days left. You better watch out.
Sit. Go down. Go down. You're right there. Go down, buddy. He's down. Yes! He's down. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think it's that big 10 we seen last night, folks. He's a giant. Rick, give me a second. I gotta sit down. Let me hang my bow up. Oh, folks. Oh, folks. He's a big one, folks. Big, giant 10. I'm sure it's the one we saw last night. We just had 2 fawns come down from a cornfield. Look at me shake. He didn't go 30, 40 yards. This is the second morning of our hunt. PrimeTime 8. You've heard me say it before. Does it get any better? Absolutely not. What a giant. Oh, he's a big, wide, beautiful, long-time 10. I can't tell you how happy I am. This is being Rick White here. Rick's behind the camera. Here, Rick, this is our first hunt together ever. It's the first time Rick's ever filmed me.
Good job, Stan.
Thanks, buddy. The 220 tree. I shot a 220 non-typical here 2 years ago. Oh, that's the 3rd buck I've shot out of this tree. Oh, thank you, Lord. I can't wait to call B. I kind of get a little emotional because I just love this sport. I don't understand why everybody doesn't do it. What a big buck. Can you see him laying over there, folks? He's down right there. My wife's coming down. She had to work the last 2 days out of town. She'll be here about 1 o'clock this afternoon. She is not going to know what to think of this. Unbelievable hunt right here. Well, folks, we got a big giant 10 laying right over there. We're done in Illinois. Let's go take a look at him. I'm going to get down. I want to share that with you. What a deer, what a hunt. First hunt for me and Rick. Let me get this. Let me get the old pull-up rope. You've seen us use these so many times, folks. This is the handiest little rope. This is one of the best things I've ever had. It just makes this little pull-up rope. Let me undo his safety belt here. We'll climb down and go take a look at him, put our hands on him. He was standing right here, right in here. I do not see the arrow right here close. It's got to be a complete pass-through, but I know he's laying right there because I can see him. So let's go take a look at him, folks. We'll get the arrow later. Thank you, Lord. Look at that big left side sticking up, Rick. Right here's as good as it gets, folks. Look at the size of that buck. That's the same big 10 we had an encounter with last night with all those other bucks. Look at that. Look at this buck, folks. Look at this buck. Unbelievable. Give me a second. I get a little emotional. Look at those big beams sweeping around. A perfect 10. I believe this is the buck. Last year on PrimeTime 7 up there on that same field had a doe cornered in the fence row. Couldn't get him to come in. He was with that hot doe, and then last night we saw him up there bumping does around. There was 5 or 6 other bucks, 2 or 3 other shooters, but this was the best one. This is a pig, folks. I can't tell you how happy I am. PrimeTime 6 right there is what I call the 220 tree.
big non-typical 220 2 years ago. First time we got in the tree was this morning because we need the southwest wind, and this is the second morning of the hunt. And this is a cruising spot. They cruise right through here, through this bedding area, and this big draw between two food sources. Unbelievable. Me and Rick. Can't beat this, Rick. First time, how are we gonna top this? What a buck. I'll tell you what, folks. I'm gonna get a tag on him. We're gonna go get the machine. We are gonna go celebrate. We're gonna burn the phone lines up. And you've heard me say that before. Let's get a tag on him. Thanks for being with me.
It's dead on. You know, once hunting season opens, you don't just quit shooting. I shoot every day out of the tree, and I shoot every day if I'm home or even in camp in the middle of the day before I go back out. I take my block target with me. I always shoot a few arrows every day, you know, because it's repetition. It's muscle memory. You got to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Confidence builder, extreme, Matthews. I'm shooting a Matthews LX. I've shot a lot of bows in my lifetime. I've been with Matthews for a couple of years now. Best, fastest, quietest I've ever used. And believe me, confidence is everything when you're hunting big whitetail deer.
It's mid-November, and Alex Rutledge is headed to southern Illinois to hunt whitetails in peak rut at Bankston Fork Outfitters with owner-operator Terry Tripp. For the past several years, Alex has put his trust in the effectiveness of scents and decoys and has been very successful with that strategy. On this morning, he gets the attention of several small bucks.
This makes the 6th buck we've saw this morning. He didn't want none of that rattling or grunting. He wanted to grunt and he wanted to see what's going on. But he dang sure didn't want none of that rattling.
It's day 3, and Alex is headed to a new spot with a new strategy to attract attention.
This is the 3rd morning of our hunt here in Illinois. This is where we had all the action the first morning. We're just getting settled in. It's breaking light. This is a super, super spot. We're trying something new today. We're using 2 decoys to see what happens. 2 buck decoys. You know, these bucks don't always come in instantly, but you always need to be ready just in case. That doe's over in the corner of the field. Hopefully a buck will be behind her. She's an older doe, too. She acts like something might be behind her, like something's pushing her. Well, we're here at the right time in Illinois. Saw these bucks in here chasing does and cruising big time. Let me explain my situation here to you. We've got scrapes right down here in the corner of this field. And these deer travel right in here, in and out of this thicket behind us, back into this growed up field. These deer are bedding in this field. They feel safe here because of all this covert's in here. It's a great place to intercept a buck. It's cruising, chasing a doe. Or just cruising through checking scrapes. Jeff, right here, right here, right here, right here. It's a buck, too. It's a buck. He's coming into the field. It's too thick. It's too thick. I'll make him stop right here. Nah.
Yeah, baby.
Did I tell you it's gonna happen? That didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. We've been in the stand about 15 minutes. Not even that. And what makes it funny, you know, maybe something bad's gonna happen. My decoy fell over when he was coming in. I heard it. Look at him, buddy. Now that's what you call no tracking. Got the mask, don't he? You got a busted G4 here. If he had that, it's another, he lost 2 inches there. But that's a great buck right there. Take a look at that. He's about 16, 17 inches wide. Beautiful deer. Look at the neck on him. Good mass. What do you think, Jeff?
I think that's a beautiful.
He'll make PNY, won't he? You know what? He's a trophy to me, as I always say, because he comes into my calling, rattling, and decoying. Trophies is in the eye of the beholder. I get a rush when I call these animals in like this. Unbelievable hunt. We've had a great hunt here in Illinois. If you want a good hunt like this, hunt Bankston Outfitters, Terry Tripp and his family. You'll see the number on the screen. What a buck.
It's mid-November and the rut is in full swing. Matt Moret is hunting near Kirksville, Missouri on the farm owned by Carmen and David Forbes, owners of Hunter Specialties. Through the planting of food plots and careful wildlife management, the land supports not only abundant and healthy whitetail deer populations, but turkeys are also plentiful. Matt starts his hunt in a blind near a known feeding area.
That's a buck. He's cold trailing something. He's probably a 3-year-old buck. We'll let him go for another year. There it goes. You know, it was raining this morning, and now the sun's out. Maybe these deer get on their feet a little bit. We'll show you one here in just a little while.
After several days of poor weather, Matt is back in the blind.
Hey, we're still in North Missouri, and it's the 4th day of our hunt. Let me tell you, this is a team effort. We hung some new stands yesterday, and we got some bad weather this morning. Tonight it's real windy, so we're not in a tree. We're in this blind, and I'll tell you, the deer are already coming to the wheat. We got does and yearlings out there. It's rocking. One of these does is going to bring a shooter in. We're going to try that Thompson Center out. It's just a matter of time. Buck right up there. He's a shooter. He's definitely a shooter. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's definitely a shooter.
Would you look at this North Missouri whitetail? That is why we come to the Midwest, because of deer like this. We're hunting with the owners of Hunter Specialties, Dave and Carmen Forbes, and Dave gave me the best advice in the world tonight. He said, hunt where the girls are, and it paid off.
Absolutely.
And there's no doubt what y'all are doing here at your place is paying off too, to grow antlers like this and just have a healthy deer herd.
Well, the main thing, you know, you got to give deer, you got to give them food, got to give them a place to live, and you can't harass them. But more importantly, is you just want good, healthy deer. With the Vitarac system that we started, it's been on the ground 26 months. We can really begin to see some good growth in the antlers here, and you know, Matt, this is just one heck of a deer.
It sure is. I almost hate to drag him out.
Well, I know you're excited.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The neat thing about this is just 15 minutes after you shot him, I shot another 10 pointer.
No way.
Yes, we'll have to go see what he's like.
Absolutely. Let's head there. Well, thank you again for having us.
Thank you.
You know, HS scent wafers are the best way to cover your odor and the last step in the scent elimination process. Whether it's fresh earth, white oak acorn, or cedar, whatever's conducive to your hunting environment. One question here at Hunter Specialties we get asked a lot is, how long are these things good for? Well, if you use them, put them back and seal them in their container, about 15 to 20 hunts, which is probably more than most people's deer season. So we really recommend that you change them season to season. But when you're done with them, don't just throw them away. Come let me show you what to do with your wafers that are old and you're not going to use them in the field anymore. Hey, a lot of us that are deer hunting are driving pickups. We got caps on them. We open it up and all of our deer hunting equipment is in there. One thing we can do with our wafers that are done, we're not going to use them in the woods anymore, put them in the back of your truck. Let it fragrance that deer hunting equipment. Let it fragrance your tree stands. That way when we get in the deer woods, we blend in. And, you know, let's face it, fresh earth, it is the smell of deer season.
It's a crisp, clear November morning in East Central Kansas, and the rut is hitting its peak. Kansas bow hunter John Hansen has already hung his stand overlooking a milo field. With a food source close by, he should be in a good location to catch a buck coming up the ridge looking for a doe.
8 deer right in and underneath us here. We're in Kansas. It's the 19th November. It's just, we saw a buck with a doe back here. Then I just saw another buck, really big body buck. I couldn't tell what he was, but he's cruising with his nose down. And it scented up perfectly. We need a couple bucks to come cruising through here, so get one. Should be good. Beautiful morning.
Me. Oh, it's November 19th. Unbelievable. We're in Kansas and it's just a bright, sunshiny day. Oh, unbelievable. 32 degrees this morning. And we had 10 or 12 different does and fawns through here and baited the area with scent, and real heavy buck comes up from the Milo field down here, and we're set up trying to intercept them. Everything was right. I was gonna wait for a perfect shot. And I just didn't want to shoot him coming at me. It's just not a recommended shot, so he was just perfectly broadside. Oh, it's just been a great time, great hunt. I love it. Yes. Oh my. Where's he at? Right there. Holy.
Oh my goodness, John.
Yes! Whoa! My Lord, thank you, Lord.
What a giant.
Unbelievable. Lot bigger than I thought he was. Oh, what a great feeling. We're in Kansas, it's the 19th. And this deer came in this morning, about 9 o'clock. I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so nervous, I'm shaking. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points.
I'm coming off the front here too.
Coming off the front.
I knew. I saw that one
unbelievable.
when he
He's
came
got,
in.
can't even hardly get my hands around. He's got so much mass. What a great deal. What a deer. Very, very happy with this thing. Wow. Just absolutely incredible.
It's November 19th, and Shane Aumann and videographer Philip Vanderpool are in Kansas. The previous evening, Philip and Shane hung 2 stands overlooking a CRP field near a railroad bed hedgerow. It's the first day of their hunt, and they're hoping that by watching deer in the field during the morning, they can devise a strategy for the next several days of the hunt. This is the phase of the peak rut that Shane feels is best for using a buck decoy. And it's not long before deer begin moving into the field.
We've just got to understand it's November the 19th. We just set our decoy out native to the CRP field. We've had a small buck and a doe go across to our north here about 300 yards. It's looking promising this morning. It's a good still morning. We're going to have something happen.
Moments later, another larger buck emerges from the far edge of the field.
I don't think that buck's a shooter. Looks like a small 8-pointer. Just keep working around back in that CRP there.
Not long after one of Shane's rattling sequences, another buck appears to the left.
Well, we had a real nice buck start working into our decoy. And as he got in here, kind of close to him, he acted a little intimidated. So maybe that means there's a bigger deer in the area. Maybe he's been pushed off a few times. That's what we're hoping for anyway.
Just after sunrise, the buck that Shane would love to get a shot at comes across the field, but for some reason, stops short.
It's good. It's your good. Turn him this way. There you go.
Well, we got a real nice 8-pointer. Rattled and grunted to him. He come hard for about 200 yards. Gets out here to see our decoy and he acts uninterested. Going the other way.
And within several minutes, another nice buck appears across the field. Shane and Philip must make a decision.
They're working that edge good. We've got to get up there. That is the spot to be in.
By afternoon, Philip and Shane have moved to the far fence, and it's not long before a doe works its way into the field, followed by an absolute giant buck.
Big buck, he's looking at him now. Look at him there. He's paying attention to him. He's gonna go down there and get aggressive. Watch him there. Look at him pressing up to that other deer.
Let's see what he does here.
You want me to grunt at him, see if I can get his attention?
Just wait and see what he does here. And when he comes, see what he does. Then when he comes back, okay, he gonna leave that doe.
Maybe he'll pay attention to the decoy.
Yeah, you good.
buddy.
Stay on him. Stay on him. Stay on him. He's gonna go down. He's down. He's down. Yeah, he's down. All right.
You better.
We done it, buddy.
We done it. What did I say, buddy?
I was, when he counted the decoy, I got turned because I thought I was going to shoot him in this hole right here. I had to turn back around. He was just a shade farther and I thought I had to compensate.
Hey.
We do it every time, buddy.
Let me tell you something, that's a giant, buddy.
He's every bit as good as the deer we let get by last year in Primetime 7.
Shane, congratulations.
Thank you, I'm pumped up, Philip.
I've got the whole thing, buddy. I am pumped for you.
You guys have been working so hard and having such bad luck, and we come up here this morning. We seen 5 shooter bucks. That's the 6th one, and there was another one. There was another one in the field that was close enough. Borderline shooter.
You just killed a champ.
That's what I think about all year long. That's what it's all about for November. Is a deer like that right there. That right there is an unbelievable deer. How about that? Jesus Christ. How about that? Now that right there is an unbelievable 10-pointer. He's got a little bit of he had a kicker here on his on his brow that's broke off. And then right out here on the end of his main beam he had one. Now that is an unbelievable 10-pointer. Unreal. What Philip and I done this morning is we had us a stand hung at the back of this CRP field. Excuse me, that light's blinding me. I'm having trouble seeing and thinking. We got in and was observing to see what was going on. And we seen these bucks cruising this back of this field here against this edge of this old hedgerow, and it's coming across in the inside corner up here. So Philip and I come in and found us a tree and popped in the seating and sat there and had our decoy out. And about 4 o'clock, this buck come out following the doe, and he started working their way to us, and I grunted him a little bit, got him right to our decoy. He turned perfect, and the rest is history. I made a tremendous shot on him, and I cannot describe what I'm feeling. And I am just extremely tickled with this deer right here. That right there is a 10-pointer that you dream about all the time.
Before we go, we'd like to congratulate 16-year-old Brian Andrews of Independence, Iowa. Brian took the new Iowa State record archery non-typical on November 13th, 2003. Here's Brian to tell you all about it.
I got out of school and about 3:30 and went out to my dad's work to get his truck, and I got out to the place where I was hunting about 3:45 and headed for the tree and got in the tree about 4. It was a little late. So I got up there, and after about a half hour or so, I called, just gave a couple grunts, and about 4:40 or so, I turned around and I saw him coming about 30 yards away, trotting towards me. He came straight towards my tree, and at about 7 yards, I grunted, and he stopped perfect broadside for me. I told my dad I never really looked at the rack. I just looked at the rack and kind of seen he was a big one, and it all happened in 30 seconds, so I barely had time to really get nervous or think about it too much, but I just couldn't believe it. I was in total shock, really, over the whole thing. He was a lot bigger than I actually expected him to be or thought he'd be, and I was just total shocked that he was that big. And I had no clue he was a state record at that time either.
Nice job on harvesting a truly monster buck, Brian. And speaking of record-breaking bucks, we'd also like to congratulate Heather Martin of Butler County, Ohio, for this giant taken with a muzzleloader. Heather took this buck on December 3rd of 2003 in very frigid conditions. This 21-point buck with 3 main beams on the right side grossed $223 3/8 and netted $204 1/8. The buck is the largest ever taken in Ohio with a muzzleloader by a woman and ranks 3rd overall in the state. It also ranks as a world record by a woman with a muzzleloader. Great job, Heather. That about wraps it up for Primetime Bucks 8. We'd like to thank our sponsors and outfitters who made this all possible.
What a nice buck. Hey, you know, I wouldn't be able to see that buck as good if I didn't have my Swarovskis.
Alex, see, where? Tell him. I'm gonna kill you.
I bet that's Alex up there now. Why don't you flash him and we'll...
Alex? I thought we had Rick White hunting with us. Sorry.
Hey, one thing you should always remember is prior to season, make sure that your coffee maker's working. Because if it's not, you're not going to kill any deer.
This year, we're hunting for an HS Pro staffer. We've heard him snoring night in and night out, and he's killing us. We're not getting any sleep. So what we're going to do right now is pinch the nose trick and see if we can get him to temporarily stop breathing, and maybe we'll change his snoring patterns. Come on upstairs.
How do you feel there, buddy?
Good.
Yeah, good. You look good. Well, you've looked better. Well, let's be honest.